Hello, welcome to Totally Rambling. So, we have a possible, well, let's just say it's a practice coil. I was going to say possible fire hazard. So what I've done is I've taken the old mini lathe mill, I've fucked this part off, and instead just screwed a swivel. Fuck it, I'll get it out so you can see it. Screwed a swivel into another swivel, into another swivel, into another swivel, and so forth, until we've got a nice action. Spinny actions. Fuck. Putting things back together. Anyway, that's reading a fucking silly number. Maybe not. But, oh well, hang on. Let's just put it back on meter and let me fucking ramble. Because you don't have to watch this shit. YouTube is completely... How do we put it? I don't know, you opt in, I suppose. At the same time, you don't want your fucking time wasted by some clown. So, what have I done? I got myself one of these and a couple others, and I thought, yeah, I'll get myself some nichrome. So, that was my night fucking gone in 30 feet or less. Fucking, I got two sets of... okay, so they started with the stainless steel core, 22 gauge. That's from fucking Volcano resistance wire. Also got a bit of coil father and waiting on some Canthar, but I just thought, fuck it. I'm gonna get this thing out, and this is my second attempt. So, they don't look too bad. They're not fucking flash either. And this particular RDA, I don't know, you might call that a fuse Clapton. You know, I use steam engine calculator. And the ohmage is way off. Anyway, I'll just sort of make these glow brightly. Pardon me. Not what you want to hear. That's what I'm reading for. But, in light of that, it's not on hand. Anyway, I'll fire it and... F4, what does F4 mean? Low resistance protection. So that means I've fucked up the build, basically. Okay, if that halves it, so that should be 0.6. Let me pause it and pull one of these fucking coils out. Yeah, no, I did the right thing. I paused it. Okay, pardon me. So, just mounted that atomizer on there, and it hasn't registered as a new atomizer at all. .05. It was 75 watts, or 80. Where have I put it? So it's a really low resistance build. And that's probably an example of coil building for beginners. If you do the wrong thing and you put that in a fucking mech mod, temp too high, you could do some serious damage to yourself. So, while it's okay to play with things, you should really know what you're doing. I mean, I've followed the steam engine calculator, I did blah 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 blah. But if I didn't get the wraps right and the spacing right, which obviously didn't there, looks a bit fucking mong, really. Just chewed a shitload of juice out of the battery. And it's taking forever to warm up. The mod is really, really, really fucking hot right now. So, I'm going to pull that out and... I'll pull that out because it's obviously not safe to vape on. That's why I reckon that Aegis X is a good vape. This showed a F4 warning saying that the resistance was too low. But you could see through the ramp up time. Like, that was just slow as fuck. So I'm going to wait for it to cool down because it's fucking warm. And just say, how do I put it? All the vapors bang on about this, about knowing battery safety and Ohm's law, and whilst I agree with all that, you should know those things. Working them out off the top of your head isn't always safe. Sometimes you should use a computer or a calculator. At the same time, don't believe the fucking computer or the calculator. Like, triple check. If you triple check something and get one wrong answer, that means that there's a fucking problem somewhere. You've either only got it right once or you've got it wrong twice. You've got it right twice and you've got it wrong once, which means that you don't want to do that wrong once build and fuck something up. Look, Pento's making funny shapes. And there's a 3D printer sitting in the corner there. So that's been cranking out a few casting boxes. But back to this. I suppose there's an analogy to me made about lock sport. You can fucking break your own locks, but you won't blow your face off with a lock. Not any locks that I'm aware of anyway. Because booby trapping things is illegal, so you don't do it. Just don't do it. Although, yeah, there's been stories of, just to put things in perspective for those going, why the fuck did he say that? Stories of people who have opened safes and been gassed by cyanide and shit like that because the person who owned the safe, when they were alive, thought it would be a good idea to put cyanide in there in case someone tried to steal their stuff. Then they died, then someone tried to open it and consequently either got ill, perished, or whatever else happened. But there's, I don't know, Google food will help you. But yeah, that's really interesting. Like, this mod is fucking really, really hot. And it's reading 0.05, so, which is a bit weird, all things considered. Well, no, it's not a bit weird at all. It should be a 0.5 ohm build. It actually should be a 0.2 build. I was going to take one of those coils out. Let me see. Okay, so with the risk of fucking my batteries, I'll just make it glow real quick. And it's doing that at, well, it's still reading 0.5 watt. This thing's not exactly how it should be, and those batteries are nearly dead, so I'm going to go replace them. Well, I might whack the atty on this and have a fucking crack at it. Hold on. I'm back. So I've pulled one of the coils out. It's reading at 0.9. Now I was looking for a 0.45 build, not a 0.9. So we don't want to fire that. So before I choke on that fucking thing, check it's reading 0.9, then we'll see what it reads on this. Hold on. Let's get the atomizer off that. What's it there? Good. That's just a thing to be aware of. Just not my juice rag, but keeping it clean. Like I said the other day, I am fucking no professional in this at all. Just a dude who likes stuff, especially stuff that works. Cough, cough, cough. Yeah. The only reason I'm really doing this build is because I've got this regulated mod to do it with. I think that's essentially how people should start too. I'm sitting all cramped up here, that's why I'm coughing. Plus I did have a few big hits of that before. I think that's about all that atty is going to hold. Now, pardon me, the only concern I have is that the coil might touch the inside of the... we'll see what happens here. A little bit funky with the fucking... Seems to be working. Wow. I'll just turn it down a bit first, eh? There's like dead air in there. Because I'd fired it for a second. I did a build not ages ago, but recently where with the pyro, it started to short on the inside, obviously because my coils were too close to the inside material. I think it was trying to weld itself together. Okay, so 35's a bit too fucking low. I'll try 55. So we got that running at 65, and you can see it cranks up to 23 amp at 2.8 volts, and we're reading 0.12 ohm. And the taste and the flavour is, well, the flavour and the taste, it's kind of the same thing, but it's noticeably different from a pack of these pre-made fucking coils. So, focus, you fuck. So, that's what I have been using. And then the wire turned up. Oh, we got a fucking train, awesome. So, basically, yeah, this build was 2 wraps of stainless steel 22 gauge wrapped in nichrome, and then they were both wrapped together, producing, for fuck's sake, focus. These are not the cleanest wraps that you will see on fucking YouTube, or hands for that matter. But they're, yeah, okay. The only thing I would bear in mind for next time would be the diameter of the post holes. The holes, you know what I mean. Where the legs, for the uninitiated, the holes where the legs, that's without dropping one, those legs, the holes inside the RDA or the RDTA, fucking focus. Obviously that's just nichrome, what does it say, 32, a kernel of 28 wrapped in 32. Obviously I went a little bit larger than I should have, and really did not want to pick them up from the floor. I went a bit larger with all the different wraps, and yeah, what's my fucking point? Make mistakes. That's all I'm saying. If you're going to do so, buy something that's regulated and you can see what you're fucking looking at. You know, you're not squinting at a screen. Because it's to relate to the Locksport people, you might pin up a lock and fuck it up, or try an impression lock, and like I did the first time. Instead of cutting, where's the key? Okay, well you pick on this bump key for an example. Instead of starting down this end and slowly moving through the impressions, I ended up taking a really deep cut out of number 5 or number 6, which we all know is like a vandal key, but I wasn't that fucking cluey then, and basically ruined my own lock. Had to pull the fucking thing apart. It was a Master 900 I paid X amount of dollars for on Amazon, got it shipped and all that sort of bullshit, and it was really disappointing to buy a box of keys, files, everything, and basically within 4 hours fuck that lock up. You can do the same with this, but you can burn your hand or your fucking face off. So the stakes are kind of a little bit higher when it comes to that. But it was nice to be able to, and this is the thing, I can pull a drill apart and make a, she's not connected to anything, I can make a little box that spins up. And when I saw that these were like commercially available with a little bit that pushes it to the other end and everything else, and I also saw guys using spools and stuff like that, I thought, this isn't something I can't fucking do. I have one of those fucking arrogant fucking temperaments where I think, fuck, I'll have a go at that. And do. Sometimes it works out, sometimes it doesn't. If you're interested in building one of these things, the STLs, I think I've got them hosted on Thingiverse. And as long as the end of the gearbox is square, they'll fit, so you can make this shit yourself. And essentially all that's in the end of that is, well, it's got 12 watt power supply on and off, a potentiometer, which is what your trigger would usually do. It just doesn't have any reverse. I didn't need it at the time because all I was doing was filing pins. So I would essentially take this piece here, put a piece of brass in there, or the pin that I intended to put some serrations in, or make a T-pin or something like that, and do that. So what's my fucking point? While this didn't work out exactly how I'd like it to, it was a interesting experience. As you can hear, the ramp up time is slow. Put a bit more juice in that because it's starting to. And just dunk that in there. And this isn't really for sub-ohm use, hence why I only put a couple of drops. In there. But as far as a comment Funky made, takes it. If you're an old rollie smoker, you're playing with your rollies, you're smoking your rollies, you're usually having a beer at the same time, your hands are active, you're conversing with people. It's something to keep you busy. With this, all you're doing is hitting a button. And on that point, I think there's something about people's minds. I notice a lot of people who smoke tailor-mates, they just pull them out, stick them in their mouth, and they suck them down like nobody's business. Whereas rollie smokers, they'll roll a smoke and they'll listen to you, and they might even stop rolling their smoke just to listen to you. So what am I trying to get at? Building coils is kind of like a psychosomatic replacement for rolling smokes, I think. Gives you something to do, saves you a bit of money if you're capable of building shit like this. The other thing I didn't like was this coil father tool that I bought. The other coil I made, which is this one here, looks all monged up now because it's been heated up and pulled out, but just slide one leg through there. Obviously there's more on it, I've cut some off. Pop it on there and then look through the camera, wind it round. I don't like that. And like the shape it came out, and as far as the other tool that goes, not really impressed by that either. I've wound a couple of coils. I don't know what fell on the ground then, that's awesome. On one of these. So I've got to work out what I'm going to wind these fucking things on in the first place. And obviously get the diameter right, because that's a big deal. I've seen how long I've been waffling on for, and really I'm not making any more points. other than that, you can really fucking do anything you want if you set your mind to it. And I've really enjoyed playing with this, so I'm going to shut the fuck up. So happy picking to everyone. Let some of you boys know, as I've said before, I've banged out a bunch of those casting boxes, and I'm going to do more and send them off, and we'll work out a way that everyone gets one. Not everyone can have one. Yeah, I've only got so much time and so much plastic. It takes 4 hours to make a box, and a kilo of plastic costs $70. So you measure your time and your money out. I'm not making anything off this or asking anything for it. I just like to see, if you're going to have a go at it, you may as well have a go. There's something that, well, here's my old one. And I think I've done fucking half a dozen or more videos just with this box. Now, I did say change the design. The old design had a piece of plastic here and a piece of plastic on either side that I had to physically cut the fuck out myself. Yeah, so just remove that. Otherwise, structurally, it's got a little bit more material on the end here for clamping down purposes. So I might even do a video of just me casting a key just to go, yep, these work.